Good morning. Good morning. My name is Allison Bull. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a member of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst and of the Worship Collaborative. Welcome to you, old friends and new, young and old, in the Zoom and in the sanctuary. You are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday among us, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Today, we are talking about letting go. We'll also share some spoken joys and sorrows and hear from Kate Hart of Hospice of the Fisher Home, our dedicated offering recipient for the month of October.
I call us to worship with these words from Reverend Dr. Carolyn Owen Towell. Come into this house of worship. Come in, bringing all of who you are. Rest and quiet your weak-worn spirit, for you are here to touch again eternal springs of hope and renewal.
Our chalice lighting this morning comes from the Reverend J. Wolin. Are we a people of holding on or of letting go? Holding on to rigid ideas or letting go and opening our minds and hearts to something new? Holding on to certainty of how things should be or letting go and living with the uncertainty of new ways of being in the world? Holding on to what makes us comfortable or letting go so we may grow, which can be uncomfortable? Holding on to what makes us safe or letting go to make room for others to feel safe? With this flame, this symbol of our religion, let it be a symbol of burning up the ties that hold us back from being our true self and reaching our true potential. Let it be a symbol of lighting a new way for us into a better tomorrow. And let it be a symbol of letting go. Because holding on too long and too tightly is never good for the soul. I invite you to rise in body and spirit in all the ways that we do to sing our first hymn.
Down into the earth, my roots go down. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down. I am a tree growing to the sun. I am a tree growing to the sun. I am a tree growing to the sun. My roots go down. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down.
So, starting today and going for the next few weeks in religious education, we are going to be talking about a few different things. We're going to be talking about new beginnings, and we're going to be talking about letting go of things and how letting go can be hard but important. And so today we want to kick this off with the whole congregation, and we are going to be using this lovely tree. But this tree is a little bare right now. This tree needs some autumn color. So what we are going to do is I'm going to ask if any of the children would like to help me pass out some things. And Allison can hand you some leaves to help pass out or some markers to help pass out. And make sure you also take one for yourself. Wally, Clara, Alexa, I know your names now, so you can't escape. Make sure that the folks in the tech deck get some. And then I also have a job for an adult, maybe an adult who doesn't have kids with them here today. If you feel like you have decent eyesight, we're going to put the chat for the people on Zoom up. And if those people on Zoom would also like to participate, you can type what you want to say into Zoom. And someone will write it down on a leaf. So is there an adult here who would like to have that job? Okay, we have an adult. So can one of the kids give Darcy kind of a large number of leaves, like 5 or 6? So on these leaves, I'd love you to write down something that you are hoping will fall away this fall. So that could be something physical in your life, or that can be something more mental or emotional. I know one thing is that I'm still feeling very new here. And I'm hoping that as I get more comfortable and learn more people's names, that I will be able to feel more comfortable. I'm hoping that feeling of newness will start to fall away. And after you've written that down, you are welcome to come up, bring your leaf up, and clip it to your tree. Look at what we made together. This tree is going to stay up in the sanctuary for at least the next week. And if there's another thing that occurs to you, there will still be some leaves around and some markers after the service if you'd like to write those down.
There
This is In Blackwater Woods by Mary Oliver. Look, the trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light, are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon and fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the ponds. And every pond, no matter what its name is nameless now. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads back to this. The fires and the black river of loss, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes, to let it go, to let it go. We invite you to join the choir as they sing As Saffron Trees Now Capture Fire, which is in the music, if you'd like to look, is number 372. The words are number 375, or they will be on the screen. Our next reading is Life is Always Unfinished Business by the Reverend Richard S. Gilbert. In the midst of the whirling day, in the hectic rush to be doing, in the frantic pace of life, pause here for a moment. Catch your breath. Relax your body. Loosen your grip on life. Consider that our lives are always unfinished business. Imagine that the picture of our being is never complete. Allow your life to be a work in progress. Do not hurry to mold the masterpiece. Do not rush to finish the picture. Do not be impatient to complete the drawing. From beckoning birth to dawning death, we are in process, and always there is more to be done. Do not let the incompleteness weigh on your spirit. Do not despair that imperfection marks your everyday. Do not fear that we are still in the making. Let us instead be grateful that the world is still to be created. Let us give thanks that we can be more than we are. Let us celebrate the power of the incomplete, for life is always unfinished business. I invite you to rise in spirit or in body as you're able for our next hymn, which is number 86, Blessed Spirit of My Life.
Good morning. My name is Rob Footerich, and I'm a member of the pastoral care team. Now is in the whoops, sorry. Let me get rid of this. This is one of the nice things you can do when you get up here to speak. You can take it off. Your glasses clear, your head clears. Now it's the time of the service where the congregation holds the joys and sorrows of those gathered today. Personal sharing with each other, whether it's a joy or sorrow, is an important way for us to stay connected. Sharing a sorrow is often a path of healing, and hearing another's sorrow can expand our compassion. When we truly listen to someone's sorrow or joy, we are honoring their dignity by giving value to their life experience. This is what we pledge to do in our first principle, honoring the inherent worth and dignity of every person. In order to make this smoother for our wonderful tech team up there, we'll hear joys and sorrows in the sanctuary, and then our Zoom greeter, Mary, will call on anyone who would like to speak from Zoom. As you are ready, please come forward, speak into the microphone if you wish, and light a candle. If you'd like to speak to someone outside the service, Reverend Rachel will be available for pastoral counseling after Tuesday. The members of the pastoral care team are also able to talk to you. They are Elizabeth Al-Qaidi, Charlie Atwood, Jean Herman, Carol Johnson, Fran Plummer, Pete Rogers, and our newest member, Ollie McFadden, and myself. Their names are also in the chat box. So now if we could take a few seconds to reflect on what you've heard, on anything else that may be in your mind. Thank you. And as you go out today to look at this beautiful, the beautiful colors and experience this beautiful season, remember that you do not walk this journey alone.
Please join us for our next hymn is number 18, and the words are also on the screen if you don't want to read the music. What Wondrous Love.
You did it. No?
Good morning. I'm Pat Brinkman, a member of the Dedicated Offering Committee. And this wonderful service, I would like to introduce, though, Kate Hart. Kate Hart is with us. She began working at the hospice of the Fisher Home 5 years ago as a spiritual counselor. She's completed clinical pastoral care education and is also a licensed social worker, having done medical social work for many years. She loves her job at hospice of the Fisher Home and finding it an honor to be let in on what it is like to be closer to death and to be trusted. She's frequently in awe of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of love. Welcome, Kate. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. I'm not thrilled about speaking in front of a group. However, I am so thrilled to be here this morning. My heart is filled. Could bring tears to my eyes right now. I know I don't need to tell you what a world we live in, how much sorrow, isolation, disconnection, us versus them mentality. It's a hard world. And my heart is filled today because I feel you're caring. And I feel connection. I feel welcomed. I feel included, even though I don't come here very often. And these qualities are precious. I think we don't know the power of what we offer when we embody these qualities. And this is something that we strive to offer at Hospice of the Fisher Home as we provide hospice care to people at the end of life. We are located near the corner of North Pleasant and Pine Street in North Amherst, where we have a 9-bed residence. If you haven't been there, I invite you to come and visit sometime. I'll never forget my first time entering the doors years ago, and I realized the word that went through my mind was holy. And I haven't quite figured out why that word, but it was a felt sense again. I realized something very important was happening within those doors. And I guess you just have to come to experience it. So we have our 9-bed residence, and we also serve patients and families in the community through people who are on hospice, choose to go on hospice at home, or people who are in assisted living or long-term care facilities. They can also receive our services. So those qualities that I mentioned that I'm feeling here this morning are exactly what we care about, bringing to people at the end of life. We want them to feel loved. We want them to feel welcome in their whoever they are, however strange they are or unique. We want them to feel loved. And we want to provide to them peace at the end of their lives so that they can let go. It's a hard thing to do. And there's no perfect way to do it. And we all have our own way to do it. I thank you so much for your generosity to offering financial support to Hospice of the Fisher Home. We are a small nonprofit organization. Financially, it can be really challenging. The thing about hospice is we can't predict how long someone will be with us. Some people are with us for hours. Some people are with us for days, weeks, months, and even years. Some people graduate from hospice, which is really wonderful. So your financial generosity, as well as your caring about our organization, means so much, and it truly helps make it possible to do our work. And I will be available after the service if you'd like a business card. I'm happy to give you one, and I would love to welcome you to the Fisher Home anytime. If I'm not available to give you a little tour, there will always be someone there who could do that. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kate. So each week, we join together in the practice of building a better world of community and collect an offering that we split with an outside organization to help us remember that we can't make the world a better place on our own. So half of the money supports the work and witness of our congregation, and the other half of the money today will support Hospice of the Fisher Home. Many of us here have seen firsthand the kind care that they do provide, and I'm grateful they're here in town accompanying our loved ones in their last days. Please share generously today in the basket, by text, by check, or through the website.
We extinguish this flame but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So, now I invite you to rise and place your hands over your heart or reach out for the hand of the person next to you as we sing our closing song. These words from the Reverend Wayne Arneson. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard. The path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down there is another truth. You are not alone. Go in peace.